Welcome viewers, a very good morning, and I'm here for the all-important toss for Malaysia going against Hong Kong. So I have both the captains alongside me. So it's Diaz from Malaysia and Preet from Hong Kong alongside our match referee, Mr. Anup. So we'll go straight into the toss. Heads is the call, and it's tails. So what would you like to do?
We'll have a bowl first.
Any reasons for that?
So the pitch is looking a bit grassy, so I think our fast bowlers will have an advantage.
So what sort of a total are you looking to chase?
I think we'll try to keep it below 100.
And tell me about your preparations going into a big tournament like this.
Yeah, so we had like some practice games with the senior boys, and I think we are very well prepared.
Good luck for the game. Thank you so much. So Preet, happy to bat first?
Yeah, we were going to bat first as well.
And any reasons for that? You're looking at the pitch. What sort of a total are you looking for?
Yeah, I think it was a very good wicket. I think we're putting up a good. We're looking to put up a good total on the board and put some pressure early on onto the other team.
And any scores on your mind on this wicket?
Yeah, I think anything above 200 is a good total in this wicket.
Good luck for the game. Thank you so much. So the news from out here: Malaysia won the toss and they will be bowling first.
Malaysia. As you can clearly see the pictures, the two teams have already sat for this big start of ACC Men's Under 16 E-Zone Cup 2025. It's 29, 30 Celsius, pretty humid, and two teams who are in the center. They are Malaysia, the local guys, and Hong Kong, China. These two teams of under 16 boys, they will be fighting here in this opening day of the game. As we can clearly see that the things are all set. Malaysian skipper has already won the toss, and he said, "We're going to bowl fast." Here we go, the first delivery. It's good. Getting away from the left-hander. Slight bit away movement, which has been a call for the day, that when a pace battery has started the game as a bowler, they've been pitching it slightly shorter and keeping it towards offside, as we can clearly see one gully position. Maybe you can call it a gully because it's not a slip cordon that has been appointed there. Again, towards offside, and it's pretty watchful by Hong Kong China side, because it should be, because it's a 50 overs game, and the team, they need to be more precise earlier on when they open their inning, because you have to set up yourself, because if the ball is moving a bit, if it's keeping its shape, it's keeping its movement. See, again, keeping it more fuller, which is really a good idea so far. 3 good deliveries, keeping a good line towards offside, and making the batter to think, because when earlier on you're keeping the seam up, getting away movement from the batter, it may be keeping a little question mark in the batter's mind, that should I go and chase those deliveries towards offside or not. Really good start for Malaysia. Again, a good delivery, keeping it more fuller. You know that he knows that earlier on, when the first delivery was pitched towards offside, kept it slightly more whipping delivery. And earlier on, Shahid was with a toss with the both captains, but he has just joined me in a com box. Shahid, welcome, and hope you have enjoyed this more bright day here at Malaysia.
And
Hitting
he's
it
given.
home.
Well, thank you. Has got their first breakthrough. What a wicket here from the young fast bowler Nagineshwaran. Had a good start. We have seen him bowling some good swingers in there, and probably the batter Shrey Nilesh Kumar will be slightly disappointed to miss a fuller delivery. It was right in front of the stumps, and he paid the price for it.
Yes, exactly. A big time to get a breakthrough earlier on. It's always good to have wicket earlier on in the first over. Good delivery, good bowling. So Hong Kong China has just lost the wicket.
Well, Malaysia made their intentions clear at the toss. Well, I interviewed the captain, and he said he would want to bundle out Hong Kong China below 100. So that's a pretty bold statement. And so far, Malaysia is doing well to get there. Took a wicket in the first over itself.
Yes, exactly. It's really a good time to get a wicket earlier on. And it always leaves a question mark in a batter's mind that ball is doing a bit, and we have to consider ourselves a little on the back foot.
That will be a wide down the leg side. So Nagineshwaran just getting carried away probably.
Yes, trying to do some more experiments. I think so that here it's a good time to get another wicket because already you have just got a wicket on the card. You need to keep your ball in line.
A swing and a miss. That will be another wide. It was way outside the off stump, and the new batter just trying to slash hard at it.
Yes, exactly. He chased it down. And I think so that with the passage of time, being a batter, a top order batter, I must say that you learn with the mistakes. And under 16 boys, it's really a big platform.
Another pacer, right arm, medium fast, and this is very good captaincy as well. They have kept a very tight field setup, two slips in place. Probably we can expect the ball to go away from the right hander, and it's a left arm, left hand right hand combination going out there. It's not easy for any bowler to settle down. We have seen that's the ploy from many teams to maintain that left arm right arm combination going in. So here comes the first delivery from Amiral. Probably just lost his run up on that occasion.
Yeah, it happens sometimes when you're performing at the top level, the camera are watching you, they are giving you live. So it's a sort of pressure comes up. You need to, but you've done a good job coming up at such level.
Oh, that's a beautiful start. That's the exact reason why he has.
And this venue that Slinger is not that bigger. I think so that the humid sort of conditions because you are being a player.
Slightly short, and that's cut away into the gap. Again, some good agile fielding in the outfield. Couple of runs. Chris Bhutani is oozing in confidence right now.
Yes, exactly. It's a good time because that big hit six was the start, I think, so that they're just gaining some confidence. And I think so here on this very venue, this is really a lush green outfield. You only need to time the ball.
He called for the run, but his partner, Rayan Sharma, was not interested at all.
But it's not a time to lose your wicket in the third over. And there's a miscommunication. I think so that you are just wanting to go on the strike, but unlucky at this stage that you just couldn't make home safely. And Malaysia has struck here for the second wicket in just 14 runs.
And with that,
Yes, exactly. You're right. Two wickets, which means a lot for any side of any side which has been playing the first game, because it's always a pressure that if you play your first game well, you've been coming with a great confidence that this surface, these venues are really good to play on. And so far, I think so the bounce has been good enough for the batter to go through their batting.
that it will create a lot of pressure on the batters. At the same time, it's a 50 overs format, so they will have enough time to settle down. Again, slightly short away, but this time that's protection out there.
Well, you can clearly see the wicketkeeper. He was just standing away from the batting line, which indicates that he's going to bowl with an angle deliveries, Muhammad Amir. That he's just keeping those deliveries angling away towards offside from the left-hander, which is really a good thinking at such age, like 16 years of age. You may be down You've been thinking like good German bowlers. That really impressed.
Delivery once again, pulled but straight to the fielder. A good looking shot for no run.
Yes, Muhammad Amirul, he was just giving a bit of the signal to breathe, just to go over the top towards onside. You're just making a bit of the pump to the batter to hit big, try a big one. But he needs to keep that ball towards offside because two slips are waiting for any sort of edge.
Much fuller this time, and that's well played. Played with soft hands and a quick run to get off the mark.
Because when you're having plans in your mind, you need to stick with those. I think so here, getting two slips and he's just pitching two deliveries, wicket to wicket, maybe trying to attack on pad. That he's playing with the mind of the batter, bit of the psychological impact that he has got two slips, maybe an offside whipping up delivery will be coming up, but he's deceiving them.
Oh, that's beautifully played. That's up and over. Another boundary, another good looking shot here from Ryan Sharma. So slightly foolish.
Yes, so that's a good looking shot. The confidence has been building up. That is, Ryan Sharma goes up to the 11 runs and just 6 deliveries. 1 or 2 wickets. Just fallen in front of you. They are still making runs, which indicates that he's a good batter.
Well, Amirul Firdaus, he needs to assess his line and length. He has been either too full or too short, just like that. And it went straight to the fielder's hands. It was his bowling partner, Nagineshwaran. It straight went through his hands. Malaysia will be disappointed with that effort.
Yes, exactly. Pitching backup line delivery on such surfaces will really hammer you. 4 overs gone, it's 24 for 2.
Well, it wasn't the best of deliveries from Amirul, but still created the chance. Ryan Sharma trying to pull him once again, but the fielder making a mess out of it. Yes, the ball was traveling, but you need to take those catches.
Has opted to bowl fast here. But to me, like it's looking like a good surface to bat.
A big appeal there, probably just clipping the pads.
There you're still not. It's really a good captaincy, I think so. But it's only the part from the ball. It's only the part from the bowler that you need to keep that tight line.
A much better delivery on that occasion. Yes, I would totally agree to your point. I think he has been bowling the in swingers, but at the same time, he needs to find his line and length right.
Couple of wickets because it's more easy for the batter to cope up with a good fast deliveries.
And he dances down the track.
Good comeback as they've been able to get those 6.5 runs per over so far. Half runs per over so far. We're just going to play that towards onside. Well, sometimes being a bowler, you need to mix up those deliveries. Because if you're keeping a same momentum, same line, same pace, the batter will surely be picking you so easily. So you need to keep yourself unpredictable, mostly. Yeah, that's better. If you want to make a backup lane deliveries like this, you have to keep a good pace. Because if you have been having a lack of pace, the batter will surely hammer you a lot. And at this stage, Preet and Rayanish, they're just trying to make a good partnership, which is really required here for Hong Kong China because they have lost 2 wickets. They're trying to get a quick run, running between the wicket. That should be accurate all the times. And wicketkeeper having a bit of the eye on the fielder. But in the meantime, the batters, they've got something into their pockets and running between the wickets. This is the first lesson for the batters. That's how you will be managing with the eye contact. If the sound and noise is there, it's a crowd. You may say like when the bigger crowd is there, you need to keep some signals between these 2 batters who are batting in the center. Oh, that was poor delivery. Way back of length. And there you see the signal goes up high for the mighty 6. That was really a poor delivery. Back of length. Lots of time for the batter. Let's breathe. Kishore Kumar. And Rayanish Sharma. They are batting well here. Both batters, they are trying to keep their heads cool and calm together. And look at the run rate, which was almost at like 2 runs per over, has jumped up to 7.2. 29 runs in just 12 deliveries. Sharma is batting well. Straight up. But sometimes you may be feeling some sort of pressure. Dot delivery should be there, but they've got a run. It's 42 for 2 in 6 overs. Now it's down the leg side. Should not be the line. This Selangor Turf Club is a horse riding and horse racing track, I must say, in a cricket ground located in Selangor, Malaysia. So one of the horse racing courses in the country. A really beautiful place to play cricket, to visit. Green, lush green, I must say. It was left alone. Malaysia is really a beautiful country. So that it's lots of water. I must say that rains coming out all the times, and it's really beautiful at clean country. That even after lots of rains, you won't be able to see a single drop of water on the roads. So that's the beauty of this country. Again, a good delivery and good response by the batter. As you can clearly see in the backgrounds, the horse racing tracks. The beautiful venue, I must say that I remember that Kinrara Oval, another venue that was utilized way back in the years to play cricket. Ball slightly losing, I must say, that play at that stage. You were just playing away from the body, trying to drive it through the covers, take the leading edge. Sometimes these looseners sort of shots may be throwing your wickets away. Preet and Rayanish Sharma, they're batting well. They're trying to build up a momentum here for Hong Kong, China, because at this stage they need someone to whip up and play a big knock, big inning. Now, really a forceful stroke, but straight to the back to the fielder. As Hong Kong played its first one-day game back 2004 Asia Cup in January 2014, was granted the ODI status until 2018 as a result of finishing third in the Cricket World Cup qualifiers in 2020 and 2014, in fact. It's trying to play a big one. A slight bit of question here from the bowler, but umpire says no, not out. They were just trying to go towards onside for a big heave. And this surface looks really good for the batting. Time will tell us after 100 overs that how the game will go. But yes, so far the CN is there from the Malaysian skipper under 16 that we will be bowling here. Earlier on, 2 quick wickets. But now it's time a little bit for struggling. You need to keep your best fielders inside. So, 44 runs with a loss of 2. So Sun has came out quite quickly, and there is a change in the bowling. So spin comes in. Maybe a good option here at this stage. The 7 overs old ball. Pretty flighted delivery. It went high over the fielder's head. Pretty close to the fence. Good fielding. They were just making it happen in the playing zone. That ball, and capped it well. Though that was a slight bit more flighted delivery. In umpire just confirming, yes, it was saved. Mohammad Fatahul, right arm off break. In fact, left arm up, I beg your pardon. Or just making his all used towards his skills, and let's see that he will be in a position to get a wicket for his side. Mohammad just been using a bit of the flight, which indicates that he's a risky bowler. He's really a brave bowler, just making the batter to drive through, maybe deceiving it sometimes. So let's see that if he can get a breakthrough here. Changing his fielders quite quickly. Let's see that if Preet and Sharma, they can both go lie across 50 runs mark for the team effort. And so far, they're batting well. So he's just making himself to test a bit here, Sharma, because it's a new bowler. So you need to give yourself like 3 or 4 good deliveries to check on. Now you see, if you check yourself, you can hit big like this. Another one, mighty, down the deep mid wicket. Beautiful 6. I think so. That just been trying to go towards off and making full use of those kind of loose deliveries. Just making a long handle, pick up the length quite early and making it happen for himself, for the team. 50 off for the team as well. That's another one going high towards onside, and it's a 6. So 2 back-to-back big hits, 12 runs in just 2 deliveries. 8 overs gone. It's 59 with a loss of 2. Hong Kong, China. They are batting well. Well, sometimes, like a spin bowler, you may not be gripping the ball properly because of the sweat, because if there is a humid sort of condition, the sun is out, you're facing lots of troubles. Being a spin bowler, not to grip the ball properly, so you have to keep a bit of the dust on the fingers all the times. But yeah, it's another change. Now it's off break, and let's see that if they can make it happen for themselves, because making it to the right hander always easy. Azib Wajdi, the new bowler, 66 number. Starting on the backup lane deliveries. We have seen today that any sort of backup lane delivery has been dispatched away by the batter. So if you are a spinner, you have to keep a bit of the more flight and pitch it as close as to the front foot of the batter. You may be getting a reward, but if you're keeping it a slight bit of the short of lane deliveries and backup lane deliveries, being a spin bowler, you will be hammered quite badly by the batter. It's clearly indicated in the bottom line. 7 runs per over after losing 2 wickets. Impressive. But Malaysian under-16 boys started well. It's only the way that you need to stick with your plans. See that? But if you're not keeping it, or if you're not getting any sort of spin, this is a better way. Just go through the ear slight bit more quickly. Have a look. That's really easy for the batter. Good start, Azib. Just 1 run in this over. 60 for 2 after 9. Hong Kong, China has already told you that they got their Asia Cup 2004, the one-day international status, but they lost it in 2018, resulting in that they placed third in 2014 Cricket World Cup qualifier. They're just trying to cut it away, slight bit of misfield, and all the time the teams are ready to steal the runs if there is a sort of misfield. Malaysia has done a great job in the cricket history and the cricket world, I must say. We will surely give you the updates about those in the upcoming days during the games. That's a wide delivery down the left side. We're just going towards offside. The space is available. Wait and see for the chase. No, the ball wins the race for 4. It looks like so easy for the batters to go through to their normal inning. They're playing their natural cricket. There is no pressure of those 2 wickets, which were fallen quite early. And Sharma approaching to 45 runs in just 24 deliveries. He's really an aggressive sort of batter. The way that he has batted so far, that has been really good enough. That was a flighted delivery. I couldn't find the gap. Just been hearing one of the deep gully, which indicates that he wants to get some more tossing up deliveries. And it's better to toss the deliveries here on this surface, though there is no spin. You need to keep like a couple of overs. Just been making an experiment that maybe it's getting a bit of the spin. Just been making an uppish shot towards covers, an extra cover. The chase is there, but in vain. This is a good batting, boundary towards offside. Excellent batting. They've been making full use of those bad deliveries. But there is somehow for the Malaysian bowlers to come up quickly to rethink about their plans. As Sharma approaching 49 runs in just 27 deliveries. Opening day of this ACC U16 E-Zone Cup Malaysia 2025. Down the left side, sweeping it well. And look at the beauty. What a way to approach their 50. Excellent batting. He started well. 2 wickets are falling around him, but he kept his nerves cool and calm. The way he has batted here in just 28 deliveries. 50 up for this young lad. Tremendously well batted. 10 overs gone. It's 74 for 2.
Well, what a gem of an innings here from Rayan Sharma. His side was in deep trouble, 14 for 2, and since then, the pair out there put on 60 runs, and it came in quick time as well. Rayan Sharma bringing his 50 in just 28 deliveries, showing his dominance out there. And Malaysia so far didn't have an answer to the counter attack coming from his bat. change of bowling as well. Jashwin Krishnamurti, the leg spinner. Well, Malaysia will be looking from him. It's a very good spinner, right arm leg spin. We have not seen too many wrist spinners in Malaysia, and he's definitely someone to look forward to. Has a very easy action, a very short run up as well, but not afraid to toss the ball in the air. That's slightly short on that occasion, but straight to the fielder. Well, Hong Kong China will be very pleased with the scorecard right now. At the toss, the captain, Kishore Kumar, told me that he was happy to bat on. Oh, what a good delivery. Preet just trying to sweep that delivery. But probably the leg spin and the drift just taking the ball away from him. Not an easy shot to play against a leg spinner. Well, Malaysia will be looking to break this partnership. So far it is looking very dangerous. Beautiful delivery, and that's well fielded as well. Good commitment shown here. And Jashwin starts off with a maiden over after 11, 74 for 2. Well, Malaysia, after winning the toss, would have been very happy with 2 early wickets, 14 for 2, and since then, it has been the Hong Kong batters who really dominated, courtesy of some wonderful power hitting from Sharma. And he goes after Azib Wasdi once again. That will beat the fielder. Another boundary in here. Sharma not afraid to take the aerial route once again. And straight away, change in field. There's a long on in place right now. This time he goes back of length. Probably the main target right now should be to stop the flow of runs. Smart batting here, taking a single. I think that will be the key as well, to take singles and rotate the strike. Kishore Kumar was looking for the turn, but the ball probably just coming in straight onto his bat. Looking for the turn, but the ball probably just coming in straight onto his bat. Took the outside edge, not in control, but luckily for him, he still survives. Took the outside edge, not in control, but luckily for him, he still survives. Well, 250 can be a very competitive score. End of over number 12. It's 80 for 2. Score moves on to 90 for 2. We're only into the 13th over. So ODI 50 overs format. It's wonderful to watch how Sharma is batting out there. Okay, that's heaved on the onside, but there's protection out there. There's deep mid wicket because the field restrictions are over. So they can have some protection out there in the boundary, and there are a lot of boundary riders, especially on that onside. A pretty wide open field right now, especially for Sharma. Well, Malaysia slightly on the back foot here. They have leaked some runs partnership, and look at Preet Kishore Kumar. He's batting on 11. That's how dominating Ryan Sharma has been in this partnership. That's a good delivery. Steep bounce there. Well, Malaysia needs to look at those areas. Traveling. Good looking shot, but no runs there. So pretty quiet over here from Ajib Wasdi. That slight misfield there. One of the rare occasions where we have seen Malaysia not been able to stop the single. This time it was the captain himself, Diaz Petro. So the last delivery of this over coming up. Well, Jashwin, the leg spinner, will continue in here. It was important that you need to put your trust in your bowlers. They might have a bat over here and there. Oh, that's aerial. Beautiful looking shot. An elegant shot there from the captain, Preet. And this time Preet joins the party as well. We have seen Rianj doing or hitting most of the boundaries, but this time it's his partner. Oh dear, it's a full toss, asking to be punished, and he obliges. Another boundary here, back to back boundaries, and that will bring up the 100 for Hong Kong China as well. A wonderful change of gears here from Hong Kong China. Very good counter attacking batting from both the batters right now. Much better delivery, good length. I think Jashwin needs to work on that line and length. Slightly short, cut away straight to the fielder. Well, I think as a leg spinner, you need to attack those stumps and take the ball away and entice the batter to play the drive. There is a fielder in short covers for that catching position, but so far he has not been able to do that. So the length has been slightly short from the leg spinner. That's something he needs to learn. Yes, it's under 16, but this is the age for you guys to learn and get the basics right. That will be the end of over number 15, 103 for 2.
Well, Spin is trying really hard to get a breakthrough, but these two batters, Preet and Sharma, they're batting well. No, that was down the leg side. the question was asked. I think so that really good umpiring. The standards are good enough. If we talk about umpiring, that's the beauty of this cricket, that you have to give accurate decisions. Trying to give it a big heave towards onside. Though that sometimes right and left hand combination being a batter, it is really hard call for the bowler, to the bowler I must say, but being a top class bowler, you need to adjust quite quickly. But here I think so that the Malaysian spinners, they are making one mistake, that they are giving more fly, they are not keeping the ball in line. Here, you need to keep the ball wicket to wicket. Slightly quick through the air. Bit of hesitation between the batters, because when there is no spin, and as a spin bowler, you need to keep that ball wicket to wicket. Sometimes you have to be more quicker through the air so that you may deceive the batter, because if you're keeping a good line but you're not changing the variations, you're not making variations, the batter will surely harm you. See that? This is so easy for the batter. Back of length, top delivery, no sort of pain for the batter. It's 103 with a loss of 2 after 60. Really a beautiful tourist spot. Malaysia, truly Asia. Slightly getting away from the body midfield, making the batter's job so easy. It's Kuala Lumpur, the capital city, is a vibrant metropolis with iconic skyscrapers, the really beautiful towers, the Petronas Twin Towers, a cultural landmark like the Batu Caves. The beautiful places are there really in Malaysia to go and visit. Just making it happen down to the deep mid wicket. They're making it so easy for them. The first, I think so that was the job to cross 3 figures, 100-run marks in 15 overs, and now to keep the wickets in hand and go for another 50 in the next 5 to 6 overs. See that? They are not making it more happen up into the sky. They are deliberate, making the rooms, making the ways for themselves. Because it's really good for the batting side to bat with your natural skills. Because the power play is off, you need to be yourself very much concise and down on the surface to get those runs. See that? Those are so easy, so much hard on the bat, just to go with those plans. Because here at this stage, they're not making big efforts, they're making bit of the space available here. And using all of those spaces, the gaps, and getting those runs. This is excellent. Good batting, I must say. Though that the previous over was 5 runs. Before that, a maiden, then 8 runs in the previous game, in the previous over. But here in this, Muhammad Well, drinks are really necessity here because it's sunny, it's humid, and players in the center under the sun getting their sweat out. So they need to keep themselves hydrated because we used to see that lots of players, they've been getting some cramps, those minerals in dehydrated. Well, this tournament will go on up to the 1st July when there will be a big game, the final of this whole event in Malaysia. It's been privileged to host this beautiful event. Just been trying to go to its offside, not been able to connect. 17, 110 for 2. No, that's really a back of line delivery, well fielded. Because sometimes these sort of deliveries have been indicated a really free goal for the batter, and that was to its offside. Well, you've just been trying to make some cheeky runs here down the fine leg. So they've got 2 runs. I think so that Malaysian spin bowlers, they should keep this ball a little bit more quicker. Know that you're an off-break bowler, sometime a left-armer spin, but you need to adjust your line. You need to adjust your pace as well. See that? That's really a poor delivery. So you need to come up with better plans. Take a deep breath. Go and talk with the skipper and make it happen for yourself, for your team, that bowl on the middle stump. See that? That's a better way. Keep it wicket to wicket. Then the batter will be having this thing in the mind that maybe if I misses, it will go and hit on the stumps, maybe on the pads. But not like this. This is so easy. Into the gap, towards covers. 4 runs should be there. But excellent piece of fielding. Drawing there. But he just kept the ball in his hand and go over the fence. 4 runs. Well, this is beautiful placement between the 2 fielders. Back foot point and point. And look at the result. They are batting so easily. Preet. Well, they are still assisting with a spin. I think so. Again and again, coach will have to come up, give some advice to one of the player during the drinks break. You may send your player who is wearing big to go and give an advice to your spin bowlers. Keep the ball wicket to wicket on the surface. Otherwise, you will be hammered for the maximum of number of runs, I must say. For the maximum of number of runs, I must say. There is nothing in the surface for the spin bowlers. Just spin. See that? It's so easy. The bounce is there. Because sometimes if there is a double bounce wicket, you may be getting some trouble. Being a batter playing against the spin, maybe pace. But here on this evenly paved surface, the batting is a really enjoyable thing. Slightly lower than the thoughts of the batter. Malaysia has got a beautiful venues. We will surely talk about those in the future, in the upcoming games as well. No, dear, let's just way towards offside, Muhammad. No, dear, let's just way towards offside. Mohammad Nur Hanif, though that he has only given away 10 runs in his second over. I think that you're more lethal if you're getting wickets, because your job is to get wicket, to break the partnership, and skipper just been depending on you. Comfortably played towards onside. Kila Bawan, that was another beautiful venue. Kinrara as well. Royal Selinga, the Rubber Research Institute. So they've got the beautiful venues here in Malaysia. Really a developing country in terms of cricket. He's played up Ashley towards offside, long off, goes all the way for 6. Beauty. You're just making full use of that swing, or bat swing I must say, the pitch of the delivery, approaching it and getting maximum. 127 with a loss of 2 in 19 overs. And look at that. This is the sun, which is making the batter a bit more like thirsty and maybe a little tired sometimes. So there is no one in the catching position now. Yes, he was trying to call that we can go and run. I think so that Hong Kong, China is really in a comfortable position here at this stage. They have already achieved 7 runs per over. And I think so that a couple of dot deliveries they can afford here, because next 4 deliveries, I think so they will be easily going through the gaps and getting runs. Good over. Azib Bajdi is going through his overs quickly into his 6th. Just 15 runs given away. See that whenever there is a width offer to these batters, they have batted well. If they can get boundary, they did. But whenever there is a space to get single, double, they have dictated their terms to the to the bowling side here at this stage. Change of plans in the field. Spear leg went towards offside. I think so. Towards backward point. And look at that, the fielder was just been getting away nearby approach, but it has landed safely out of the fence for 6. Beauty. No, look at that. This is so easy for the batter to hit 6s, even in the middle of the inning. Like, it's 20th over, the power play is off, and still they have got enough confidence now to hit big. Preet, Kishore Kumar, 32 in 54. There you go again. I think so. Slight bit of miss hit. Slight bit of miss hit. But he's not happy with that shot. But though they have made bit of that rotation, it's 20 overs gone. 135 for 2.
Well, what a partnership here. 121 they have put together, taking the attack to the Malaysian bowlers. who don't have the answers to the attack here. That's again beautifully played, effortlessly through the offside field. Another boundary here, and now he moves into his 90s. Ryan Sharma is dealing in boundaries. And that has been the highlight of his innings. Not afraid to take the aerial route. And also very dashing through that offside field as well. This time he goes aerial. That's up and over. And this time he clears the boundary with ease. That's 10 of 2 deliveries. And the Malaysian bowlers are not learning from their mistakes. Again, easy pickings there, right up there in the slot, and you cannot be setting a field if you're bowling that length. Well, Ryan Sharma moves on to 98, just 2 runs short of his ton. Well, he's just 1 blow away. Can he get there in this delivery itself? Well, he hammers that through the offside field. But there's protection out there. So he needs to wait. He's on 99. And I think he has got the message from the dugout as well. And what an innings here from the captain, Preet. He's been very cool with his temperament. Came into bat with his side struggling at 14 for 2, and since then he has stood his ground and he has supported that danger man Ryan Sharma, who is on 99 right now, just 1 run short of or else Preet was struggling. That could have been a bizarre way to get out as a batter. That's the last thing you want. What a knock here from the youngster. What a knock here from the youngster. End of over number 21. Well, Ryan Sharma, 100 of 61 deliveries, 11 fours and 7 sixes. Some wonderful clean hitting we have seen from him. And now the partnership is 134 of 111. And he's not going to stop. Again, that ball in his arc. And he goes big once again. That will be the 8th 6 for him. And that also brings up the 150 for Hong Kong, China. 154 for 2. Well, the Malaysian captain will need to switch on his think tank right now. And they are running out of options. They need to stop the flow of runs here. Well, batting has been very easy when it comes to Ryan Sharma. Right from the word go. He was dropped on 10 runs by Nagineshwaran, and since then he has not looked behind, bringing up his century in just 61 deliveries. And mind you, this is just under 16 cricket, but this man is showing us some serious talent out there. Oh, that's asking to be punished once again. That's in the air. There's a fielder coming underneath, but he will never get there. Another 6 here. You cannot be bowling short and wide. He had all the time in the world to rock back and put that away for a 6. Well, the coach of Malaysia, Nazrul Rahman, probably needs to have a word with his bowlers. I'm pretty sure there will be some nerves out there, and these are very young cricketers, but at the same time, on an occasion like this, you need to step up and put in your A game. And so far, it has been one-way traffic for Hong Kong, China. Again, aerial over the infield. Just slicing the ball in the air, not getting the middle of the bat. But it will still bring him a single. And he will keep the strike as well. After 22 overs, it's 161 for 2. Well, Hong Kong China batters have looked extremely comfortable against the spin bowling of Malaysia, and probably that's the reason the captain has opted to bring in a pacer, Nagineshwaran, the opening bowler, who also dropped the catch of Ryan Sharma. I think it will be wonderful if he could get the wicket of Ryan Sharma and redeem himself. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to be easy, especially looking at the way he is batting right now. Ryan Sharma is on 113. That's a big appeal, but probably drifting down the leg. One of those rare occasions where Ryan Sharma was not able to put that away. It was on the pads. And there's a vacant onside field, especially in that square region. There's no protection whatsoever. But on that occasion, he couldn't get bat on ball. And look at the scorecard, 162 in only 22 overs. Hong Kong, China are in the driving seat. That's a good delivery. Right up there. I think it's a good change of pace as well. Because the spinners were bowling very slow and slightly short of length as well. So it was allowing the batters a lot of time out there. And with some pace on, they can be surprised. That's beautifully cut away towards third man for a single. Well, I think it's the match awareness. That's something the Malaysian boys needs to learn, and probably it's time for the coach to have a word with them, because we have seen them bowling the same line and length and getting for boundaries, but still so far they have not changed much, and it just made batting much easier. But I'm pretty sure with more matches, the youngsters will learn as they get more exposure and more experience. And that's a wide, and that will also bring up the 150 partnership between the two. So wonderful partnership here. And look at that. Preet is batting on 34. So the chunk of runs have came from the bat of Ryan Sharma. And he continues to dominate. Again went aerial and into the gap. No chance for the fielder. Runs. Oh, that's beautiful. Effortlessly played. Another 6. Just a flick of his pads. and it was time, and they put Hong Kong China into bat first. And at the start, Malaysia took 2 early wickets for just 14 runs on the board, and since then it has been sheer dominance with his bat, and now having that slow walk back into the dugout. Well, a fall of wicket in the last delivery of the over. Nagineshwaran got the precious wicket of Rian Sharma. And the new batter walks into bat. It's Veer Mathur, who will be at the non-striking end. So finally, Malaysia got the breakthrough they wanted. They've removed the danger man. Could this be the opening they were looking for to get back into the game? Good delivery. And the good thing is they have also removed the left-hander, so they have 2 right-handers out there at the crease. So it makes life a bit easier for the bowlers when you have 2 similar batters. And meanwhile, Mohammad Amirul Firdaus gets back into the attack. That sliced away over the infield. Comfortable 2 runs there. Well, there's still plenty of overs left after this. And I think Preet needs to carry his bat and play a longer innings in here. Yes, he has just lost his partner, but at the same time, they still have 7 wickets in hand. And if they can build another partnership in here, they can put up a very big total today. Well, 300 is pretty much on the board, on the mark as well. And if the Hong Kong batters can take it face by face, I think we are up for a big total here. Malaysia will need to bat well as well. So far, apart from the toss and those first couple of overs, things have not looked good for Malaysian bowlers. Another wide. And as a bowler, you need to have your discipline as well. Cannot be conceding too many extras, because every extra run also gives the batter an extra delivery to play with. And for a bowler, you need to reload. And on a hot and humid condition like this, it's also going to take a toll at your fitness levels. A wonderful delivery there. That's a much better delivery right up there into the block hole. But Preet did well to get it off for a single. And that brings the new man on strike. Veer Mathur will be taking the strike for the first time. And he has been given another wicket here for Malaysia. Wrapped on the pads. The batter doesn't look happy. but that looked very close from here. Another wicket here for Malaysia. This time it's Mohammad Amirul Firdaus. Look at that. Veer Mathur looks absolutely livid with himself. He goes out without troubling the scorers. Well, the new batter walking into bat, it's Rishi Bhutani. Well, we had an opener that had the same name. Probably it was a mistake from the scorer, but this time definitely it's Rishi Bhutani coming into bat. So what a wicket here from Amirul Firdaus. Came back into the attack and took a wicket for Malaysia. Very good delivery and well played as well. Rock solid defense. That will end a very successful over for Malaysia. 179 for 4. Outings, especially bowling too many extra. That was short and wide, and he went for the cut shot, probably a bit close to his body. Not the best of shots. And I think Rishi Bhutani needs to stay calm and not get carried away with the situation right there. Another wicket in here will really put Hong Kong China on the back foot. That's poor bowling, another wide. That's poor bowling, another wide. Yes, Nagineshwaran took 2 wickets for Malaysia, but at the same time he has been misses. But then they need to bring in their spinners at some point. An easy single there. But I would say with the spinners things might change as Ryan Sharma is back into the dugout. So they will have new batters to bowl at, and things might not be the same. We have seen Ryan Sharma being dominating against the spinners. That's well bowled and a good end to the over. So we are at halfway stage. It's 184 for 4.
Masika had 2 quick wickets. Yes, brought Malaysia and the Six back into this game. Backed up line delivery, sort of deep delivery, I must say. Banding the back here. surfing. So it's been the call for Malaysian bowlers earlier. They did try, but I think so that Sharma was batting tremendously well. He hit lots of big towards top bowlers. Oh, that's a fast to see that ball capped low and off base. Preet has got the duty to do here, or to deliver his job, because his teammate Sharma, who batted well, to them that now time going on, because there is no need for the run rate. It's only the call. Taking an uppish try, third man. I think that batter get a good job, half run rate, no worries. But only they will have to keep a check and keep an eye on the wicket. And, they will have to keep those wickets in hand. Will be the key for them to finish this inning. Having a some call up at I must say that bowlers, spinner, and pacers, they've been bowlers leg side mostly. Given give the opponent like Hong Kong, China, they have got many runs in those positions. All towards onside, you must say. They've been so while playing on the back foot, while playing in front of the strongest day of the year. Yeah, that's better. Channel dot delivery to finish the over. Score 189 for 4. Well, Malaysia is hosting this wonderful event today. Uh, Scores just won today in terms of hundreds in one day. And to the spectators, to the cricket fans, A.B. de Villiers from South Africa. He scored 149 in 31 deliveries back in 2015. Corey Anderson, the fastest century, 6 deliveries, 131 runs. It was a skillful toss, play towards onside. Easy thing here. Then Shahid Afridi, fastest 37 deliveries, 102 runs. And Mark Boucher from South Africa in 44 deliveries, 193. The loss of 4 wickets, 7 overs.
That's played in the air, but just short of the fielder. Rishi Bhutani just trying to accelerate. Probably not the best of shots. The leg spinner Jashwin coming into the attack. Well, he has bowled some good deliveries against the right-handers. Probably bowling against the left-handers. It's not his strength. But yes, the youngster bowled well so far. 195 for 4. They have tried up the runs. Good delivery there. Good spin as well. It's getting some good drift away from the right-hander. And I won't be surprised to see a slip coming in place for his teammates. But that ends a silent over here from the youngster. 196 for 4 after 28. A very good prospect for Malaysian cricket. Very handy with the bat as well. Good all-rounder. Good players for Malaysia. Cut away straight to the fielder. So definitely a lot of talent out there in the field, but then you need to execute on the big occasion. This is the first match for Malaysia. Oh dear, misfield there. Malaysia have been pretty good in the field so far. This time it was the youngster, Jashwin, the leg spinner. Good delivery there from Ahmed Falik. Well, coming back to the point, Malaysia did a good job in recruiting these cricketers. A lot of these boys are coming from school cricket. So the Malaysian Cricket Association and the coaching staff did a wonderful job. It's not easy to pick good cricketers from the school.
getting runs. So easy here for the batting line. 209 for 4. In fact, it's 210 with the loss of 4 in 31st over. There are two groups in this ACC Men's Under 16 A-Zone Cup 2025 Malaysia. We discuss the teams, the groups. Perfectly. We have seen that these Malaysian they have given much. Let's see that. It's a lyric. Sometimes it's getting more straight, and so far they hadn't achieved a single break. There is no spin. Like I remember Imad Wasim that. Because when you don't have much lethal weapons, the ball is not spinning. You make like Anil Kumble, quick through the air. Shahid Khan, quick through the air. Imad Wasim, quick through the air. It need to be a good German bowler, because if you've been a match winner for your team, you would be playing low. But if you're not getting variations, you will be out. And otherwise, I think he's mainly trying to attack, just drifting more down the leg side, not being able to keep that line in front of the wickets. Sometimes he's pitching more down the leg side, sometimes he's going towards side, which should be a target area here, middle and off stump. That should be range for the ball. Otherwise, these sort of things happen with you. They are batter. We have a century from Charles. They are batter. We have a century from Sharma and 3 approaching to 50. Good one. That's almost near to off stump. Good delivery to finish. Ready to go on 2-0 for 4. So that Malaysian bowlers have been struggling for the wickets here after those quick 2 wickets. It's a good time for Hong Kong, Malaysia, Hong Kong, China. I remember that Malaysian national cricket team, their toughest side and associate member since 1967. That was Dotbury. Cricket has been played in what we can call that Malaysia back in 1880s. It's a long journey for Malaysian cricket. Various teams represented Malaya, Federated Malay States, Straits Settlements. Lots of rich history of Malaysian cricket. Next side, look at the jubilation, beauty, and this was neat here at this stage because both batters, they are back. The good just can get you the miss in your pockets. 32.4. Malaysian cricketers, they're all celebrating. To me, that's a Glenn Church comes up, the new batter. He must be supporting to Preet Kishore Kumar. So, exactly. This will happen that when you lost a couple of quick wickets, number 6, number 7, they are on the crease. So the pressure is ultimately on the batting. Oh, he has left it. Quite in a good heart. Malaysian cricket began to host major international tournaments in 1997, starting with 1997 ICC Trophy, in which Malaysia finished 16th after losing the play-off to Namibia. 34 overs gone, 216 for 5. players are refreshed. It's already told you that it's a little humid here. This very venue. Umpire is just saving a bit of the words with his scaling umpire. Now we are all set to start the game because we have to keep ourselves well in time to deliver the overs because over rates all the time important. You can clearly see the impact of the runs. It has been slowed down after losing those quick couple of wickets. Starting in the back foot, that's Preet Kishore Kumar, the prize wicket here. I think that Malaysian bowlers, they must be looking to get that wicket, the prize wicket of Preet Kishore Kumar. Because otherwise, that run.
Well, a much fuller delivery on that occasion. So the left arm spinner has fought back well. Was very expensive in the first 2 overs, went for 28 runs, and since then he has done well. Another good over. End of over number 36. It's 228 for 5. Well, the skipper Preet still out there. He's batting on 55. Still battling it out against the Malaysian bowlers. That's pulled away in there. Should be an easy catch. And he perishes in the deep. What an important wicket here for Malaysia. They have removed the skipper, the danger batter. And Preet Kishore Kumar departs for 55. A well-made half century. Wasn't the best of deliveries, but a mistimed shot and an easy catch in the outfield. Well, a welcome wicket here for Malaysia. But the fielder who took that catch, Amirul Firdaus, got injured. Probably he's just having a cramp. We hope he's alright. The last thing you'd expect out of a cricket game will be an injury. And these are young cricketers. But it's just the hot and humid conditions out here in Malaysia. So we have just witnessed the fall of the sixth wicket. The captain Preet perishing out in the deep for 55 runs. And I think this could just be the opening Malaysia were looking for. So big appeal, but probably just going over the stumps. A steep bounce there for the leg spinner. Oh, that's in the air. Another good catch. 2 wickets in the over. What an over here. Ahmed Falik is changing the tides here for Malaysia.
Strongly, I must say, because it was the time when they were looking really on the back foot, I must say, when Sharma and Preet, both of the batters, they were batting well, but the bowlers came back strongly, getting 1 wicket after one. And these are the pictures now: 228 with a loss of 6 wickets in 36.3 overs.
Well, what change of events here. And it's working for Malaysia. At one point, Hong Kong, China were looking comfortable to reach 300. And since then, we have seen a comeback from the Malaysian bowlers. 228 for 6. In fact, for 7. That's a big appeal once again.
Yes, you're right, Shahid, that Ahmed Falik, 3 wickets. He's the pick of the bowler so far. Still, he's going and can get another 3. And when a skipper is approaching like this, it's always wonders.
That's another wide. That's something that the Malaysian bowlers need to work on. I'm pretty sure the coaches will take note of this. They have been conceding too many extras. That might hurt them at the end of the second innings. A good delivery here to end the over. That's 229 for 7. Well, the left arm spinner will continue in here for Malaysia. He's done a pretty decent job. It's very expensive in the first 2, and then he came back strong. And good spin there.
Yes, you're right. He was really expensive, but I think so that they have came back strongly.
Well, as this game has been a roller coaster ride for both the teams. We have seen Malaysia off to a very good start, and since then, some sheer dominance from Hong Kong China batters, and then the fight back from the Malaysian bowlers. I think we have a good match in our hand.
Yes, you're right. Because first it was a batting show. Preet and along with his partner Sharma, they were batting so well. And secondly, we did see that these Malaysian bowlers, they came back strongly. I think so that fielding efforts, those were really good because when you're taking catches, the bowlers hurt, it's been gone pumping. So you need to keep your fielders in accurate places. The captain all the time giving a good field plans. So I think so that when you're acting upon your advices of the skipper, you're doing always great.
That's a good looking shot. That's driven through the gap. Almost an effortless shot. Just timing the ball right. Will give him 2 runs and will end the over as well. 232 for 7. Well, as I was coming back to your point, the Malaysian captain has been spot on. Apart from that wonderful innings from Ryan Sharma, I think he has made some good decisions here, especially with the bowling changes.
Yes, you're right. Because you know that these are the local guys, local boys, the local team, home side. So they know exactly that when the pitch will be turning and how they will be pitching those deliveries, what areas should be adopted. And that is run away for four. Beautiful. This is excellent placement between the two fielders and excellent batting. Must say that that was a risk-free shot all along the carpet, Shahid.
Yes, absolutely. And the highlight of that shot was the timing. It was absolutely creamed through that offside field. Not trying to hit the ball too hard. Classic batting here. So welcome boundary here. We have seen the drying up of runs, and now with that boundary, it will ease some nerves for the batters out there. Oh, full toss, asking to be punished, and he obliges. Easy pickings there for Declan Church. He's dealing in boundaries right now.
Yeah, so easy for him because this was a juicy full toss, and that is from the spinner. I don't know that how he will be slipping this ball from his hands or from the fingers, because every time we did see that batters, they are finding it so easy and comfortable. 7 wickets down, and batters, they are batting so well. So I think that if these two batters, or maybe that Hong Kong China, they will be batting through like another 8 or 12 overs, they could make like another 60 to 300 runs. That will be a challenging task for Malaysian cricket.
Yes, absolutely. Malaysia will need to bat well, and the moment Hong Kong China reaches the 250 mark, it will give them the psychological edge as well. So the last delivery coming up in this over. Cut away, but no timing whatsoever. Straight to the fielder. Will end the 39th over. It's 241 for 7. And it's good news for Malaysia. It's Amirul Firdaus, the fielder who took that catch and got himself injured, is back into the field. Probably he'll be coming into ball next as well. He has bowled a good spell so far. Amirul Firdaus was very good with the new ball. Meanwhile, it's the Malaysian spinners who will be operating. It's cut away, but straight to the fielder. No runs there.
Yes, I did see that lots of players they lost their career while making themselves injured on the field, like Mark Boucher hitting the bails on the eye, and Roman Reis in a PSL game stuck his knee into the grass. They couldn't play cricket after that. So these players, there should be more, like in a comfort zone while making themselves in a field plans and a field positions, because these are the grassy grounds, and lots of times you may be injured. So you have to keep yourself fit enough.
Well, absolutely. Couldn't agree more on that point. But as cricketers, I believe they know the basics right, and with time, they can increase the level of fitness. And these are young cricketers. It's just under 16. With more matches, they will groom themselves into better cricketers. That's watchfully played on the onside. Smart batting here. Another single.
Yes, the fitness levels should be improved, and a coach, the fitness camps, there should be more and more for these guys, because under 16 is a time when your muscles they are building up, and the stamina is really on a top level. So you need to keep yourself healthy, and there are lots of food stuff frames for the players. They should follow, because I did see that one of the Malaysian player who took the catch, he was calling some hamstring there straight away because of today's humidity level is too high. With this over finished, 40 gone, 243 for 7.
Well, change of bowling here. The players, in fact, the captain went for the pacer. It's Nagineshwaran reintroduced into the attack. And I was very impressed with his first spell. And even when he came back, Nagineshwaran has maintained a very good tight line and length. Apart from the nag of bowling those wides down the leg side, that's probably the only concern about him.
Yes, you're right. 2 wickets already, and being a pace bowler under a humidity like 70-80%, it's really a tough job for him.
That's a good delivery right outside that off stump. That should be his channel of operation.
Yes, agreed. That should be the line. That should be the height. Slightly bait towards offside. Keep it like on third and fourth stump. Because here at this stage, 3 wickets only left behind that Hong Kong China. They will not be hitting you hard.
That's cut away. Made a good sound off the bat, but straight to the fielder. I think Malaysia will look to get through this tail quicker because they have their nose in front, but then they need to pick those 3 wickets to end this innings.
I think so. Yorker and deliveries. Those will be the better option here. Make a Yorker, quick one.
Again, good delivery. Just that tempting delivery right outside the off stump. It's when the batters can really get tentative if they should go forward or backward. This is good bowling here.
Yes, exactly. I agree with you that he's just keeping the batters quiet, because it's not only the matter of keeping them quiet, it's also the matter of wrap up the things quickly.
That's a swing and a miss. Big appeal, but surely beat the bat. Good bowling once again.
Yes, he's keeping a good tight line. He's making the batter to play because it's an uncertainty area that like just been pitching it towards offside and making the batter to reach up to the length of the ball. Sometimes maybe an uppercut and maybe a top edge can lead them to get a wicket here if the batter is miscued.
And for the first time, after a good bit of the 40th over, the run rate is finally below 6 runs per over. And another dot ball to finish with. After 41, it's 244 for 7. Well, Hong Kong China will look to finish strong here. They got the start, they have got the runs, and now they need to finish. And the highlight of this inning so far has been the run out. The run rate. In fact, sorry, beg your pardon.
It happens because when you're keeping a good run rate, your team being a batting line, they're in a comfort zone. But suddenly, when the wickets are kept falling, that is the time when you need to keep your nerves cool and calm. You need to act according to the plans. But here, I think so that Hong Kong China, that they all the time looking to hit run big ones, and I think so that they were trying to keep that momentum of 5 and 6 runs per over. And so far, they have achieved it. But let's see if they can continue up to the 50th over. Then that will be the landmark for them.
Yes, absolutely. And so far, the spinners are doing well, especially that man on screen, Mohammad Fatul. What a comeback from him. First 2 overs went for runs, and since then he has bowled well. But this time, it's a very good looking shot. Has dissected both the fielders in, through that point region, and it goes for a boundary.
Yes, a good hit. He has got the class to keep the ball down because if he will be playing up into the sky, there may be a factor of danger. But here, he has just kept the ball down on the carpet and got the placement right and got 4 runs. Beautiful batting.
Well, it's the same fielder who's down once again. Amirul Firdos definitely in a lot of discomfort and will need some attention here. And we'll take a short break as well. Please stay tuned with us. We'll be back with more live action. Well, the fielder has been replaced. An easy single there, just cutting the ball away into the gap. Smart batting here by Church.
I think that sometimes the teams, the tail, the batting, maybe a little more longer than the thoughts of the bowlers. Here at this stage, 250 for 7 as Hong Kong China. These two batters, they are batting well, like Churches on 25, and I think so that he will be the key wicket. With his dot delivery over ball, 42 gone, it's 250 for 7.
Well, the Malaysian captain will have some thinking to do because now they're short of the bowler. It was Amirul Firdaus who went out with that hamstring injury, and he had good 5 overs remaining of his spell. So who will replace him? That will be the question. Meanwhile, it's the leggy Jashwin coming back into the attack. Oh, good start. Beautiful bowling there.
Well, ball is not spinning here at this stage, so I think so that pace should be a good option because it's really easy for the batters to play against spin with straight deliveries coming onto the bat.
That's
So the
slightly
pace
short.
battery should be there.
Well, it was slightly short on that occasion. Jashwin has not been pretty consistent with his length. That's something he needs to work on. A quick single there. Direct hit, and things would have been very interesting.
Yes, they can't afford to lose a wicket here at this stage, Hong Kong China, because one more wicket here and they will be out of this scoring runs, which maybe another like 20, 30 more runs may come with a partnership and so quickly.
And look at that delivery. It was bowled so slow. He had all the time to rock back, but Sid Pereira probably just doing the right thing and not falling for the trap because they have two fielders out there in the deep for that shot.
Yes, let's see that where these two will be finishing here this game. If they can continue up to the 50th over, I think so like another 30, 40, maybe 50 more runs can come up.
Yes, absolutely. 300 will be ideal and for the liking of Hong Kong China, but it's not going to be easy, especially with how those two spinners are operating right now. End of over number 43, it's 253 for 7. Mohammad Fatul Moin will continue in here. He has been very impressive, especially from the third over that he bowled. And that's the good thing about him. He's bowling at a very good pace, not allowing the batters too much room or too much time to play with. Flighted delivery, he converted that into a full toss, but straight to the fielder.
Dot deliveries, those are also important here. That Hong Kong China, they will have to keep in check that they shouldn't be playing more dot deliveries because if they will be way behind the run rate what they had thought.
And this is very positive batting from Church as well. Not afraid to use his feet. He's literally dancing down the track on each and every delivery. Just trying to manufacture a shot in here.
I think so. These two batters, they are doing a good job. They are not going aerial. This is really perfect batting.
Again, cut away for a single. And also, it's how quickly he's going through his overs. Mohammad Fatul reminds me of the senior Malaysian player Virendip Singh. He's someone who likes to rattle through his overs, just taking a couple of steps into the bowling action. And while talking about that, that is the end of the 44th over, 255 for 7. Well, 6 overs remaining. What do you reckon is us? What should be the score they will be looking for?
I think so. Like 300 should be on the cards. That will give them a psychological impact, the pressure on the opponent. Because anything like 270, 280 will not be considered good for the Malaysian batting because they have got a strong batting line. Malaysian cricket team under 16 and playing at home, that will make them more easy or easiest way to chase down anything like 270, 280. So 300 plus should be there.
Well, absolutely, but at the same time, I would also say it's not going to be easy against the Hong Kong bowlers because I have seen them bowl in the nets, and they have a formidable bowling lineup as well. So it will be a good contest, and Malaysia will need to bat well if they need to score and chase down 300 odd runs. That's flighted again, using his feet to convert that into a full toss, just not being able to hit the gap.
Yes, they are trying. They are trying really hard to get a good target on the card. But I think so that like since previous 2 or 3 overs, Malaysian bowlers they hadn't allowed these batters to bat freely.
Another dot delivery. Nevertheless, a good partnership here, I would say. This pair added 28 runs on the board. After losing 7 wickets, it's not easy. Well, that will make things easier for them. Another wide here.
Yes, to be precise, in last 3 overs, only 8 runs came for Hong Kong China, which indicates that they hadn't batted well in the previous 3 overs because that was the landmark for them, that they were batting aggressively since the first delivery. Couple of overs, they were on the back foot, but then they started well. More than 6.5, 7 runs as well. But here, like 9 runs in 3 overs, that indicates that Malaysian bowlers they have came back strongly. The spin option is working for them.
Yes, rightly said. The spinners did a good job. Look at that once again. Not giving too much room to the batters and also bowling out very quickly in between overs. That has been the ploy here from the Malaysian spinners. After 45 overs, it's 259 for 7. Well, Malaysia already used up 7 bowlers in the attack today. So they have a lot of bowling options. But it will be Mohammad Fatul who will finish his quota of 10 overs, coming into ball his last over. It's beautifully driven for a single.
I think that these singles they won't be hurting Malaysian skipper because with this, if they can go like 6 runs per over for another 25 more runs, 280, 290, that will not be a big one for Malaysian cricket.
Well, meanwhile, it's another single. Yes, but probably when it comes to Hong Kong China, I believe the batters are just trying to play the full 50 overs and add on as many runs as possible to make things tougher for Malaysia. Oh, that's a full toss, not being able to capitalize on that occasion.
Yes, so that delivery was asking something to punish. I think so that here, deep mid wicket should be punished away for a mighty one.
That's a good looking shot. That's in the gap. They're running hard, but it's pretty good fielding in the outfield as well. I think Malaysian ground fielding has been exceptional today.
Yes, exactly. That should be because this is their own venues and they exactly know that how the surface is. That has been played down the deep mid wicket. They will surely get single. And I think so that under 16 years of age, there are good reflexes, the stamina is good, and importantly, that they should have got some camps before start of this event. So that all is supportive for these guys. Last ball to go.
That's swept away and in the gap and a welcome boundary here. And it just spoils the over and his figures. So Muhammad Fatul finishes off bowling 10 overs for 58 runs. He went for 28 in his first two, and then since then he has bowled well. And the score moves on to 267 for 7. These are crucial runs here for Hong Kong China. Well, the Malaysian captain now going back to his premier pacer, Nagineshwaran, who picked up 2 wickets today. He caught that all important wicket of the Centurion as well. Sharma. What a knock from him earlier today. That's a big appeal. They're running for it. And a single snatched.
Yeah, they should run for everything here at this stage. Just 4 overs to go here for Hong Kong China. And China, there is one thing that when a team is winning in the first game, like start of the event, winning the game, that added some confidence into the team that we can win the games here on the surface. Either the track is hard, either the track has been a little dumb, maybe a wet sort of conditions. But overall, a good victory gives you the confidence. Quick run taken.
Yes, absolutely. I think it's all about building that momentum going into a big tournament like this. If you can win your first game, it pretty much sets up the team and the spirit and the morale of the team as well. So I think both the teams will be looking forward to cash in that first victory for them and get some points on the board. Well, Malaysia definitely have the advantage of the home conditions, but then it can also work against you because it brings in a lot of pressure as well.
Yes, no doubt. Home side enjoys the cricket or maybe there any sort of sports. But there are lots of more expectations from the cricket board, from the spectators, from the people who are watching you here at this very venue, maybe back at home on monitors.
Yes, absolutely. I'm pretty sure that the families will be watching. There are a few in the ground as well, supporting their family members. But I think it's a big occasion. The ACC Under
Yes,
16 East Zone Cup 2025, and if Malaysia can win it, I think it will be something very big for the team.
agreed with your point. These youngsters, trust me that at the age of 16, I was not being able to get the gadgets like this. players, they're wearing color kits. They're playing on a very even surfaces. The ground is beautiful. It's a great facilities here by Asian Cricket Council.
Yes, absolutely. I believe the players are blessed these days, and especially with the size of those cricket bats. I remember watching cricket where cricket bats used to be very thin, and nowadays we see the bat profile. It's huge, huge edges. Even a ball that hits the bottom of the bat can travel for a six. Well, a good delivery there. Again, the wicket keeper being fancy.
Yes, exactly. You're right. And these cricketers at this age, they are performing. And I think so. There is also the pressure of camera that in the future they will be playing more cricket under lights in front of the cameras. That will also give them a bit of the practice to deliver much better cricket because at this level they have got a platform and they will surely improve with the passage of time. It is 47 hours gone, 271 for 7.
Well, it's also once these youngsters grow and get into the senior team, and they will be playing with a lot of spectators coming in to watch as well. So that can create a lot of pressure. So you need to groom yourself and get ready to take the heat. And meanwhile, it's still spin being operated from the other end. It's Falik coming back into the attack. For me, he has been the pick of the bowlers. Picked up 3 wickets.
Yes, it's your duty to deliver as a bowler because being a batter, it's always good to have the batter who is scoring 50 runs, 100 runs. But being a bowler, you have the duty to get 5 wickets at least. Because if you're not getting those 5 wickets, that will be harm for you. That's into the space, into the gap for 4. Beautiful shot, beautiful cricketing shot, I must say. Under a pressure when the game is first inning is about to close, and he has got a good placement. This is excellent batting, Shahid.
Yes, absolutely. What a shot under pressure. The spinners were trying up runs, and then he went for the shot and in the gap as well. Again, aerial, but this time there was no timing whatsoever. Will bring him another single, and these are very, very important runs. A good partnership here towards the end of the innings. Malaysia have not been able to capitalize those 3 wickets. Oh, that's a long hop, and in the gap, another boundary here. This time it's Declan Church.
Yes, he has batted well. Absolutely brilliant. Because the way that he has picked up the gap, he knows that where the gaps are. And these are the conditions in the depth overs that a batter who is a good finisher, that's why team requires all-rounders to finish the games on a high note. And I think so it's a good way that Church has been batting in 37 runs in 50 deliveries. So he's a good all-round cricketer. You can finish the game on a higher note for them.
Yes, absolutely. And that boundary also brought up the 50-run partnership between the two as well. Crucial runs here. And now it moves on to 54 now. And they have put the runs in quick time as well. 54 of just 67 deliveries. Again, flighted delivery. He decided to go down the track, but the bowler followed him. End of the over. That's 283 for 7. Well, another leg spinner. Malaysia definitely short of the pace bowling option. Firdaus went out with an injury, so that kept them with no option rather than going for the spinners. And it will be Jashwin coming back into the attack. And he goes aerial. And he clears the field as well. What a hit here. 6 runs.
Well, absolutely brilliant. I must say that 49th over, and there is some sort of pressure of 7 wickets. I think so that they have left it all behind. They are waiting for a bright future here, Hong Kong, China. They have kept in mind that we have to score 300 plus, and they are acting upon their advices.
Oh dear, that's a drop catch. Again, it was played aerial. It went straight to the fielder, straight in and straight out. Well, Jashwin will be very disappointed with that effort. And just to add salt on the wounds, it went for a boundary as well.
Yes, exactly. That's a sort of insult added to the injury because the catch was not taken as well as it was a boundary too. So Jashwin unlucky.
Well, now both the batters are shifting gears here. And these are very, very important runs. The moment they reach that 300 mark, it's going to be more pressure on the batting side coming in next. So Malaysia will need to bat well. Another single here down the ground.
Yes, in such sort of cricket games in the modern days, the power play that is really an option to play some big shots, some quick innings. I think so that Malaysian cricketers they will have to perform the batter cricket in the first power plays because we did see today that Hong Kong, China, they started not that positively, but they rebuild their innings. And I think so that here they have done a good job so far. 295 with 7 in 48.5 overs. So I think so that Malaysian bowlers, they've been badly hit.
Well, they're running hard. Close call, direct hit there. But the batter made it. Couple of runs taken. 297 for 7. Well, 297 for 7. Hong Kong, China will be very happy with this effort. The score was 228 when Malaysia took 2 back-to-back wickets in 3 deliveries. And since then, the 2 batters, Seth Pereira and Declan Church, really batted well. What a partnership here. Both the batters are batting in the 30s and they might get to their 50s as well, just 2 blows away. That was a swing and a miss, and there's no one backing up. This is good match awareness. Wonderful running here.
Well, these sorts of mistakes can cause you the game sometimes. But I think so here you can't blame the batters. These are the last few deliveries and the batters, they are running hard for everything.
Well, 5 legal deliveries left in this innings, and he goes over the infield. But there's protection out there. The sweeper is there. Only 1 run. They're inching towards that 300-run mark. It's played with soft hands on the onside. And a comfortable single there. And that's also the 300 on the board. Oh, beautiful bowling right up there in the block hole. Slight fumble, and they're running hard for the second. Oh, direct hit, good throw from the deep.
$302 with a loss of 7, last 2 deliveries, and they should try a big one here. Either towards onside or towards offside. There should be runs for Hong Kong. Let's see a dot delivery. Just over the bowler, just over. Because slow deliveries, these are the modern weapons, you must say, for the pace bowlers. That they are trying to deceive the batters. And so far, I think so that Hong Kong, China, they have done a good job by scoring like 303 runs. Last ball of this inning of Hong Kong, China. There was some misfortune because so there is some problem with the run-up. That he was not being comfortable while landing there. Vignesh Sarvan, who got 2 wickets today, had a long day. Well, another good delivery, was just trying to make it into the block hole. 303, and with a single, you can whip up like 304 runs in 50 overs, which has been really a class act. I think so that Hong Kong, China, the way they have batted here. Have a look on this card so far, what we have witnessed. 123, which has been a top-class inning by Sharma, who batted so well along with his partner, Kishore Kumar, the skipper, who batted for 55 runs in 87 deliveries. And at the bottom line, Declan Church, the wicketkeeper bat, who has done a good job, 41 runs in 55. And then Sid Pereira, who got 39 runs. So the batters, they have done a good job here for Hong Kong, China in this ACC Men's Under-16 Ezone Cup 2025 for this 50 overs game. Now you see the 3 wickets, the pick of the bowler, Ahmed Falik Alauddin, 8 overs, 44 runs, and 2 wickets for Vignesh Sarvan, has 48 runs, and 1 wicket for Muhammad Amirul Firdaus in 5 overs. So these are the 3 bowlers who struck here for Malaysian, but economy was on the higher side from Malaysian bowlers. That was a bit of the point that they should be improved in the next game.
lost an early wicket, but then the two batters out there are the responsibility and carry the team. We have seen Hong Kong China losing early wickets as well, but went for the shot. But Izam Daniel, he needs to keep his cool. An injury. So it's not looking good out there for Malaysia. It's Azib Wasdi who's getting carried out by his teammates and the physio of Malaysia. So that's two new batters right there in the middle. Oh, what a beauty of a delivery. Good bowling here. Hari Shankar Venkatesh. Hari Shankar Venkatesh. He's bowling a very tight line length, especially in this over.
Yes, he should be because they have got 2 wickets, and that has kept the tail up of Hong Kong China cricket team. But there is need of partnership from Malaysian under 16 cricket team.
That's well bowled again. Tight line and length. Another. That's well bowled again. Tight line and length. Another dot delivery. And comfortable 2 runs there. And finally, Izam.
Yes, exactly. Should grew up with the muscles. 0.648. What we have seen from Malaysian under 16 players. He left the sun. Zabedi, Zulkifli, Sherwin Muniante. So big. They have top here. Long chase for onto the ball line. You have stopped it. Playing. Thoughts that I see it to play into the try to hit some big one if they can, but only the shots. They will be fair enough. With the 2 wickets, 15 overs. Should be some that one of these batters they should start things here to the boundary there. When a boundary in a very crucial state, it's kind of the pressure on the batters. And that from Isam. As they will progress, their run rate has been improving. Let's see that if Isam Daniel can improve his strike rate here. Bit of find the gaps. I think so. It's a pretty good one. Cricket players. At times we have Asian cricket. Rakesh Madhavan, big player. Aziz, another big player. Then Arfin, Hiran, and Dinesh, Hassan Muhammad. So lots of big names in a Malaysian cricket. Bit of more flighted delivery, not been comfortable for that. But delivery important here. China, the batter, the way they are played here. This top delivery. He was just trying to go a big one towards onside. That deep mid wicket, there you can see that he's making a shadow practice to play that big shot towards onside. But Sapira get a good tight line. It's a no ball here. He hit will surely in his first over. I think so. He had just crossed the popping crease. You know, given a free hit signal. Like, oh, he's all in a good form, in a good nick. Steer the back up, played away down to the onside. They are returning back for two. Long chase for the fielder. In the meantime, they have got 2 runs. Got 60 with a loss of 2.
Wickets. Malaysia, on the other hand, is trying to rebuild and reconstruct the innings. A 44 runs partnership here. Another good delivery. He's bowling a wonderful line just around that 4th or 5th stump line. Well, welcome back, viewers. We are back live after a short break. So, witnessing the Malaysian run chase, they need 305 runs to win this contest. And right now, they are in a space of bother. Current run rate of only 3.5 runs per over, 63 for 2 after 18 overs. The required run rate is creeping up. Isam Daniel, he has been there for quite some time now. That's his 64th delivery that he faced. So he's taking his time. Malaysia can't afford to play too many dot deliveries because they will need boundaries. And he perishes. A simple catch. And what has been a slow and long innings finally comes to an end. Surely it was the pressure been piling up from those dot deliveries, and finally he lost his cool. And Isam Daniel departs after scoring 26 runs of 64 deliveries, and now he will have that slow, long walk back to the pavilion. So Seth Pereira getting a wicket, and in walks the Malaysian skipper Diaz Petro. He's played for the state team, and he has shared the dressing room with the big boys of the national side. Definitely one of the experiences that he carries, and I believe he learned a lot from those matches that he played for his state. But now it's time for him to take the responsibility and carry his team on his shoulders. It's not going to be easy, it's a tall task here. And at the age of 16, it's probably asking a bit too much, but then that's how the game is played, and you need a moment of brilliance to prove yourself and come into the spotlight. That's beautifully bowled, good delivery. Again, just enticing the batter to play that drive, and there is a short cover there in the catching position, and a slip as well. This is very controlled bowling here from Seth Pereira. Look at that. Some good spin as well. Another successful over ends after 19. It's 63 for 3. Well, that's a new bowler, Mohammad Abuzar, coming into the attack, replacing the captain. Abuzar Ali. Another spinner. This is a good bowling attack, I would say. and a few of them bowling the top spin as well. So as a batter, you need to really play your A game to score some runs against such formidable bowling unit. Some very good pace. We have seen the Malaysian spinners bowling a lot of short deliveries, and that too very slow in the air. So the Hong Kong China batters had a lot of time to play those deliveries compared to the Hong Kong bowlers who are bowling it much flatter. So as a batter, you don't get much time to react to it.